Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on a planet or a zodiac sign which is completely aligned with the theme of the day. So at the time when I'm recording this video, moon is transiting in the Scorpio sign. So I just thought, obviously whenever like moon is in the Scorpio, a lot many people feel anxious, which I will not lie is good for the business because psychics and astrologers get a lot many bookings. But the point is that Scorpio has got a bad reputation. In this video we will try to get into the deeper side, the deeper nuances of the Scorpio as well, that how much importance Scorpio holds in our life, how we can constructively use the energy of this zodiac sign. If you have any of your important planets being placed in the Scorpio, or you are running the dasha of a planet which is placed in the Scorpio, so how we can get best benefited by the energy of this zodiac sign. And then guys, at the end I will try to give my interpretation, my explanation based on for all the rising signs, what kind of role and importance specific to you Scorpio sign plays. So guys, to begin with, for all those people who are just starting up on Vedic astrology, Scorpio simply is a zodiac sign which is being ruled by the planet Mars. Along with that, it is a fixed sign and it is a water sign. There are three water signs: Cancer, Scorpio and the Pisces. Water sign simply tells about the emotions. Cancer just tells about the outpour of your emotions, like genuine legitimate care and affection for others. I keep on meeting lot many people who are in the nursing business, travel business, hospitality business, which are being controlled by the Cancer zodiac sign. When we talk about the Pisces energy, Pisces just tells about where your emotions are coming out in a very unconditional surrender, sacrificing, deep faith is attached over there. The output and the direction of your emotions are very altruistic, very philanthropic, very humanitarian. Now when we talk about the energy of the Scorpio, now guys, the vulnerability over here is that Scorpio is beyond doubt ruled by the planet Mars, and all the hurtful emotions, hurtful feelings of betrayal are stored in the Scorpio sign. And just because it's a fixed sign, so lot many people who are being ruled by the vibration of the Scorpio, they find it a little bit difficult to let go of those kind of things. And guys, just because these days in our discussion we are also connecting the chakras as well, because I find it very easy whenever I'm talking about anything to do with the consciousness, so connecting it with the chakras make it very easy to understand and very easy to relate. So just because Scorpio is ruled by the planet Mars in our body, planet Mars is attached with the Manipura chakra. And the way I've been talking about it, the simple principle, whether in mysticism or whether in any of the hierarchy in the life, is that those who are on the higher chakra, they control the ones who are in the lower chakra. So that means Mooladhara, which is the bottom chakra, is the chakra of the fear. So the person who is reverberating on the fear is going to be controlled by someone who is on the higher chakra. Now Swadhisthana, which is the chakra of the arrogance, of the pride. Immediate after that is the Manipura chakra, which is the energy of the power, chakra of the power. You go above it, Anahita, which is the love. So all what matters is that which level of consciousness you are reverberating. Guys, look at in this way that Scorpio just tells about all the elements of the society, of the world, which is going to be toxic, which is going to be secretive. Are you going to be getting benefited because of that, or you're going to be getting victim of that? A lot of us talks about good karma, you shall do good deeds, this and that. Then why does someone who has been a doctor of the cancer, those doctors die out of cancer? Why they're so much injustice that they're those people, their many generations are involved in corruption, and they do not have any void or lack of anything, just because the Scorpio energy is working constructively in their life. They have this capacity to digest that, they have that capacity to burn that. Remember guys, in the last video on the planet Mars, when I was talking about the importance of the Manipura chakra, I mentioned this thing that our this is a chakra which has got almost 72,000 nerve ending. Even at a time when a child is in the womb, when a woman is pregnant, how much is the role which the navel plays over there. So that means even for us to digest the food, somehow the the Jatragni, the navel plays a very important role, which is connected with the planet Mars, which carries the energy of the Aries and the Scorpio. So that simply tells about that whether you have that capacity to digest any of the intoxication or get affected because of that. So that is what we get to know from the Scorpio sign. Along with that, guys, not only Scorpio is being ruled by the planet Mars, with it the energy of the Ketu is also attached over here. And guys, many people only attach Ketu with as a planet of the liberation, as a planet of the moksha. Ketu is also responsible for the sexual enjoyment as well, for the pleasure as well, like at a time of the intercourse and when you are in that state of the orgasm, right? Immediate on that stage when your mind shuts off. So those few seconds are also attached with the energy of the planet Ketu only. So the point which I'm trying to say over here, that the energy of the Scorpio is equally important. Like the way which person is going to be called as healthy, that person in whose case whatever food that person eats, that food get digested very well and it passes out through excreta, through poop, it passes out well, and that's what makes your body healthy. Along with that, guys, Scorpio, like even in terms of the Vastu, it is also connected with the southwest direction, which is also attached with our pitris, with our ancestors. How skillful you are going to be, how your relationship is going to be, all of that is also attached with this zone, with the energy of the Scorpio as well. Amongst the Hindus, like we generally do our donations at the time of the new moon and those specific days, like the Shraddh Paksh, which is connected with honoring our ancestors. But just because in one of the last address where I used to live, over there there was a big cemetery over there, and I used to see like many people all the time visiting there and putting flowers on the grave of their departed ancestors and all. So that is a very good practice. That is one of the way via which you can actually capitalize or reinforce the energy of the Scorpio in your life. So yes, guys, that's what I wanted to say, that when it comes down to capitalize on secrets, on mysteries, you have that capacity to have that regenerative power in your consciousness and all, to give life to something. So all of that is generally attached with the Scorpio. Definitely there are like lot of the toxicity which might be attached with the energy of the Scorpio. Scorpio has that tendency to make us restless, to make us like fearful. But again, all of that comes down to that in which level of consciousness you are reverberating. If you're already reverberating, like for example, like Scorpio is connected with the Manipura chakra, and the way I've been saying this thing, that once you have ascended from the Mooladhara, the root chakra, and the Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura chakra is so powerful only if you know the power of the surrender. Guys, look at it in this way, that all the elevated beings, they knew the power that no matter how much efforts we are putting in, how much planning we are doing in, there is a part over where even we are helpless. There is some entity, there is some power, there is some energy which is driving our life. So, and I gave this example, like cancer can be attached with the conscious actions, like the way I'm talking to you right now. That is the conscious mind which is driving this kind of speech. Subconscious is concerned about praying to Lord Ganesha that please keep on giving me good content, and I'm also worried about that my clothes are in the dryer. And unconsciousness is actually responsible that why my heart is beating well and how my Jivatma is connected with the Paramatma. So the point which I'm saying over here, that only if you know the power of the surrender, which is somehow connected with the Manipura chakra, you will see that your life is going to be completely in the auto mode. And guys, I guess that is the only reason, like I have been giving the example of the Lord Krishna and the Arjun as well. So Lord Krishna has been seen as a god who was glorified with these 16 kalas, like the way moon like wax and wane like in different zone for like 15 days, and you add the new moon and the full moon with it as well, so 16 kalas. So Lord Krishna was glorified and he was blessed and adorned with that. That is the only reason everyone used to be smitten by the charm of the Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna never hesitated, even at the time of the Mahabharata, even in those occasions when he was even ready when like Arjun almost surrendered, that I cannot take up the weapons in my hand, and I cannot fight with my own relatives, my own people, my guru, my teachers and all. So Lord Krishna, who already took the pledge that okay, I'm not gonna be lifting any weapons, he almost got ready to break his vow. And it happened in so many occasions, because for him all what matters is that right or wrong does not matter, as long as it is being done in order to serve, to establish the dharma, to establish the righteousness. That is what is the most important. Like you take up the case of one of the incarnation, which is Lord Ram. We say that Lord Rama was adorned with the 12 kalas, with the Bara kalas, and he established the institution of the righteousness, of the pledge. Even if you have to suffer because of that, even if you have to go to exile rather than sitting in the throne, but he ensured to do that. But if you have to live a life, especially if you want to get benefited because of the Scorpio, little bit of the tamas in the life is also important. A balance of the sattva, rajas and tamas is important, which we can learn from the surrender which the Arjuna did to the Lord Krishna, with the life of the Lord Hanuman, unconditional surrender to the Lord Rama. And because when it comes down to Scorpio, you might have to deal with toxicity, you might have to deal with the hurtful kind of emotions. But again guys, this is a way by which you can elevate in your life. Look at in this way that we all are born, all those kind of feelings and experiences we are having with other people, it's just the give and take for which our soul has taken birth. Like a lot many times when people complain this to me that okay, my husband does not care about me, or like parents, they complain that okay, my children, they are not looking after me very well, they are already settled in foreign land, and now we like senior citizen, we are turning old, the parents, we are like living on our own, this and that. So just look at it in this way. When you look at their chart, you get to know that this is the kind of the happiness, you only had this much balance of the happiness on the account of those members, those family people. So the more you are going to be getting sick and tired of controlling them, or trying to get something which is not written as a part of your fixed destiny, fixed prarabdha, you're gonna be hurting yourself only. And that is where the energy of the Scorpio starts tormenting people. They find it difficult to let go, they find it difficult to forgive, they find it difficult to move on. So that is where the energy of the Scorpio starts actually controlling us. Like the mind start controlling the whole body, whole life, rather than we are in control, in command of the mind. So yes guys, these were the like few things which I wanted to say. I still remember there was this girl, I looked at her chart and she had a very peak accidental yoga in her chart, and that was being activated in the running dasha as well. So I recommended her, okay, it's much better, like either get a tattoo or donate some blood. So she told me that okay Nipun, I cannot get a tattoo and all, so better I'll get a like I'll voluntarily do the blood donation and all. And immediate after that, now she's like posting it on her like Instagram story, telling everyone my psychic asked me to donate the blood. I was like, whenever it's like any hack, anything you do for the 8th house or the Scorpio, it's secret, you're not supposed to tell it to anyone. That is the whole objective of these all totkas and upayas and remedies, that it shall be done in secrecy. So that's what I wanted to say. And guys, in this video, once we will get into the customized results for all the rising sign, I will try to tell you that okay, which area of your life might be filled with mysteries, with the secrets, and how you can get best benefited out of it. So okay guys, now we will start our discussion. Let's say for example, if you are a Aries rising person. So guys, in your case, the whole energy of the Scorpio is influencing the matters of your 8th house. It is always recommended to the Aries Lagna. First of all, you have got this advantage that just because your ascendant lord only has got a rulership of the 8th house, so 8th house is in a way your source of strength beyond any doubt. Aries Lagna, it hardly matters guys whether like where your 10th lord is placed, where your 2nd or the 11th lord is placed. 8th house is something which you share as a part of your body, as a part of your existence. So that means anything to do with the joint resources, anything to do with the occult, secretive sciences, or this could be psychology, therapy, and mystic sciences, insurance and all, high and strong sex drive, all these taboo subjects and topics is going to be a source of strength. So that means beyond any doubt, all the expertise of the 8th house by default it naturally comes to you. Now comes the question that how you can get best benefited out of it. So guys, it becomes very important that for the Aries Lagna natives, always be very secretive regarding whatever you are planning as a part of your next course of action, whatever your future plannings are, whatever like is happening in your sex life. Some people tend to remain very vocal about it. No, you have to maintain secrecy in that department, because this is how you can get best benefited of the Scorpio energy. And along with that guys, no matter whatever kind of experiences you have had in the past, in terms of this could be betrayal, this could be getting scammed or something, we say this thing that wheresoever the Scorpio is placed in our chart, we will get hurt, we will be pinched in that department, in that region only. So like the way we say that success and the glory comes where Leo is placed in our chart, emotions are being fed where Cancer is placed in our chart. Same is the way wheresoever the Scorpio is placed, we will be humiliated, we have the tendency to be humiliated in that department as well. So I mean to say, especially staying secretive with your plans. Astrology, actually guys, for the Aries Lagna, astrology, learning astrology actually worked like a very good remedy for them. Like it is going to be helping you in majority of the areas of your life. And yes, staying secretive about this could be, even if you have some sort of traumatic experiences in the past, don't be very vocal about it, don't get very obsessed about it. All of that becomes very important. And yes, your sex life needs to be kept secretive, because Scorpio energy thrives and flourish only on the secrecy. Now guys, for all the Taurus Lagna natives, so guys, in your case the Scorpio energy falls in your 7th house. So that simply means that in your case the stress area or the region for you is the matters of the relationship. So guys, I do not know whether you notice this thing or not, but like a lot of the Taurus Lagna natives complain this thing that okay, whenever I go for any vacation, whenever I put any of my couple pics with my partner in any of my social media handles, we get that evil eye, and now we start fighting and this and that. And guys, along with that, no matter what has happened in the past, in the matters of your experiences in the relationship, try not to reveal it. Like a lot of the relationship only go bad because you need to know the the handle or the boundaries. Sometimes overwhelmed by emotions and some things, you kept on sharing all the fine details of your past relationship, your experiences and all, and that only has started creating an issue now, because now your fresh relationship over there, you are being judged because of the past experiences and the encounters. Look at it in this way, that wherever the Scorpio energy falls, we are most prone and vulnerable towards the hurt in that department. So all what I'm trying to say over here is that just because in your case Scorpio falls in the 7th house, so always staying secretive, not revealing too much details. It's not only for the world, like in terms of the social media posting and all of that, but also like even if, like for example, you have been in the relationship in the past as well, and if you actually want this relationship to work out well, or let's say for example you're already on a lookout for a person and all, so try not to reveal whatever would have happened in the past. All of that will become very important. And along with that guys, just because 7th house is also the house of your public image, 7th house is also the house of the commercial activities and all, so guys, like there have been those kind of alignments and all, over where we say this thing that some planets give us results when we do extra hard work. And they're like those kind of like planets and alignments over where like just planets want us to honor the energy, be smart, and they do not want to work very hard. So I mean to say that even if you have to cut corners, you have to in any way do something which is not very strongly acknowledged and approved on the moral compass and all, but if it is giving you leverage to make good money and all, so I would say that you shall consider that, because this is how the alignment you have got. 7th house is the actual house of the commerce, of the business dealings and all. So that's what I can say, especially connected to your relationship. Which area of life you have to be secretive, you have to be very discreet, and even in your commercial handlings and all. Now guys, when we talk about for the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys, in your case the Scorpio energy falls in your like 6th house. So guys, trust me this thing, no matter how much other people talk about it that they are your well-wisher and something, but somehow in your case the stress area, the stress zone for you is the 6th house. That means your co-workers, your colleagues and something, they might be pretending to be a very good friend or a well-wisher, but these are going to be the people who will be judging you the most, or these might be the people who might be digging grave behind your back. So you have to be very careful, especially because it's just like that, you never know. I still remember that quote from the Chanakya, one of the great Indian philosopher, that treat your good friend as it could be a future enemy. So reveal that much details only. So all of that, guys, becomes very important in your case, just because the Scorpio energy falls in your 6th house. Along with that, guys, for you, in order to progress in your career, in your line of work, even if you have to look for like some unethical means and you have to employ some tact and diplomacy to progress in your career, I guess the Scorpio energy being there in your 6th house does not expect and want you to be very ethical. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, guys, for the Cancer Lagna natives, guys, in your case the Scorpio energy falls in your 5th house. Now the very first thing is that, okay, that is one area which cannot be ruled out, that Cancer Lagna natives are very doting parents. This is what their innate nature, this is what their DNA is. But guys, you have to understand this thing, that you have to know the handle. Because if, let's say for example, your 5th lord Mars is in a bad dignity or something, and you are overly being stressed on the account of all the time running around children, and that is also causing a toll in your mental health and something. And a lot of the parents which I like come across, that even after when the kids are married and all, they are still trying to control them, and because of that it is also affecting their old age. That could also be attached with this kind of alignment which you have got. Look at it in this way: the hurt zone, the vulnerable zone in all of our life, where we get the glory, look at the Leo. Where we get the status, recognition, look at the Capricorn. Where we are most prone towards the hurtful feeling, look at where Scorpio is placed. So guys, in your case it is placed in the 5th house. Beyond any doubt, this is one such kind of alignment which you are blessed with, which can make you, like, you could be very good in research, even in your academic field and something, research, occult, all of that comes very natural to you. You are like very gifted in all of that. But yes, in the matters of the love and romance, like the Cancer Lagna natives are the ones who get very obsessed in the matters of love, relationship, and they take the same DNA of theirs of getting obsessed with their emotions, with their possessiveness, with their need later on onto their children as well. So that is one area. And along with that, guys, try to be always secretive regarding your plans. This could be your academic goals. Even if you are dating someone, do not try to reveal, because you never know that the best friend of yours might have the crush on the same guy. So do not reveal, you know, what is happening in your love life, your academic goals, your plannings, how your children is like doing in their studies and all. And a lot of the things which you do as a form of, like, you know, whatever bhakti and things you do as a form of your devotion to the Ishta Devata, your Ishta Devata and all. So do not reveal it to people that, okay, I'm a Shiva devotee, for that I'm planning to do this pilgrimage, I'm trying to do this, organize this kind of event and ritual and this. Try to stay as much secretive as it is possible. Now guys, for all the Leo Lagna natives, so guys, in your case you have to be very careful regarding whatever is happening deep inside your house, whatever secrets you have. See, the thing is that wherever Scorpio is placed, somehow we tend to remain secretive, but just because a lot many people forget this thing, and look at this video as a reminder for that only. Whatever is happening or going on deep inside of your heart, there is no harm in discussing it with an expert or someone who is specialized or something. But if you are just gonna be revealing it to everyone, so rather than you getting sympathy, you are going to be getting judged, mocked of your true authentic self, and that's something which you do not want. A lot of the, like, you know, I've seen that in the high school kids and all, that even if in their house, in their family, their parents are not getting along well, there are like fights going on, this and that. So even if you're gonna like keep on sharing it with other people, they're not gonna be giving you sympathy and something. Guys, look at it in this way: sympathy is the domain of the Cancer. Help could be the domain of, like, this could be Leo, this could be guidance, could be Sagittarius. Scorpio is all about, you know, where the hurt comes, where we are prone and vulnerable towards the attacks by the random people and all. So just because it is taking place in your fourth house, so always be very protective, very secretive regarding whatever is happening in your family life. This is what the planetary alignment is indicating and asking you to behave. For the Virgo Lagna natives, guys, in your case, the energy of the Scorpio falls in your third house. So guys, you have to be very careful regarding your plans, regarding your goals. Like let's say for example, if you are a kind of person, just because you just lay foundation to something and you already started beating drums and announcing and revealing it to everyone, you do not know whose evil eye is gonna create obstruction in your work. So all of that becomes very important. Whatever your futuristic goals, your plans are, whatever you want to do, you want to become, always keep it under wraps. That becomes very important. Along with that, guys, let's say for example, see again guys, I'm not giving you a license to cheat or license to like engage into unethical acts or something, but this is what the energy of the Scorpio is. Like the way I mentioned this thing, there have been those kind of cases where people who stay teetotaler throughout the life, they still die because of lung cancer or some sort of issues, and they're like those people who, irrespective of no matter how much they are drinking, what kind of lifestyle they are living, they still stay healthy. So it is all the interplay of the emotions, of the energy which you are giving it to it. Like for example, even if you are drinking water with this guilt, it's gonna doing harm to you. And even if you are like drinking alcohol with this mindset, oh it's healthy, it's like my body is gonna absorb it, it's not gonna do any damage. So that's what matters. Energy is the most important, emotions is the most important. So yes guys, that's all what I want to say. Like if even you want to do like initiate some project and all, and like the way in some of the countries over where you have to look for other ways, some other ways of getting things done, or maneuver your way through some favors, some muscle or something, don't hesitate because of that, because this is what Scorpio will demand. For the Libra, so guys, in your case, it is going to be happening in your second house. So guys, it becomes very important for you. Whatever could have been your early childhood experiences and all, try to stay secretive because of it. Try to be secretive about it. Along with that, no matter how much money you have saved up, stashed up, whatever your financial goals, your plannings are, your investments are, so try to be as secretive as it is possible, because you never know, this is going to be an area where you might be betrayed, you might be open to hurt, you might be judged. You have to be very, very careful about it. And I guess guys, that is the only reason. You see, the thing is, Libra demonstrate very pure feminine Venusian qualities. These are the guys who can completely surrender themselves in love, in relationship. But you never know, like, you know, we live in that kind of society over where the person you are in relationship might have some other intent, some other intentions and all. So yes, wherever Scorpio is, I have been saying this thing throughout in this discussion, wherever Cancer is, we experience care and affection over there. Wherever Capricorn is, we have this capacity to, you know, do something very substantial over there. Same is the way, wheresoever is the Scorpio, we are very much prone and vulnerable towards hurt, betrayal, cheating, being judged and all. So what is the remedy? What is the solution? Stay as tight-lipped, stay as secretive as it is possible. And I would say this thing that like, you know, like even if in order for you to make money or something, you have to cut corners, look for other means in order to do or make money and something. So like the way, for example, I've been in touch with many people who are like running some big event management companies and all, and they say this thing that, you know, we have to bribe people in order to get the licenses, to get the businesses and all of that. So it is what it is. Scorpio is there in your second house. You are by default, if you start, you have a casino business, you have a like a tobacco business, liquor business or something, this is who you are, because this is what the alignment which you have got. Scorpio falls in your second house. So do not disregard whatever you have got, because universe wants you to be benefited because of that. This is what the code with which universe has sent you on the earth. So yes guys, that's all what I can say. Especially all these kind of things becomes very important. Now guys, for all the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, just because your ascendant in itself, your life, your health, your appearance, all undertakings of your life, your character, your fame, everything is being ruled by Scorpio in itself. So that means the onus of responsibility is the strongest with you guys. Like the way guys, the interplay of the consciousness of the interplay of the energies, like the energy of the Scorpio or the Aries is connected with the Manipura chakra, which demands that the real power only comes when you surrender. So that becomes very important for you to understand that there are some higher reverberating forces which are actually responsible for majority of the things which get done in our life. Obviously there is a portion of the prarabdha or the fixed destiny which we all have to endure, but all what matters is that how you utilizing it. So let's say for example, if this is what is written in your destiny, that you are going to be getting betrayed at the age of 25 by your close friend, so that is going to happen. But are you gonna be just accepting it, moving on, or you are making more copies and suffering and crying because of it for next 10 years? So that is dependent on you. So all those feelings, like how to channelize, how to handle the feelings of hurt, betrayal, and how to be very secretive about your life, all of that becomes very important. So again guys, it's not an exaggeration to say this thing, that yes, for the Scorpio rising natives, staying secretive of the major undertakings of your life regarding your plan and something becomes very important. Otherwise you might not even realize that every time you're like just flaunting about your health plans, your fitness plans, and suddenly you're getting an evil eye, something is happening, your health is getting affected. Again, I'm not being superstitious, but this is how it is. Scorpio is where we are prone and vulnerable towards these energies. Now guys, for all the Sagittarius natives, so guys, in your case the Scorpio energy falls in your 12th house. So guys, if I were to say any of the like investments which you have done, see in your case somehow there is a synchronicity or there is an alignment, because Scorpio is all about the more secretive you are going to be, the better you will get benefited because of it. And 12th house is also secretive, it is all the time behind the scenes and something. So if I were to say guys, especially for the Sagittarius Lagna natives, like let's say for example, if you're right now in any of the dasha of the a planet which is there in your 12th house, so being very respectful towards your ancestors becomes very important. Like the way I gave this example at the introduction part of this video, that I see that practice, like which people over here in Canada and US they do, that they go to the grave of their departed ancestors and they leave or drop the flowers over there. So in your case it will become very important, especially during the time of the new moon. It will become very important, the blessing will come to you. And again guys, it becomes very important that if you have that tendency that you do any charities, you do any of the philanthropic humanitarian work, you do a lot of you flaunt that a lot, you will never get benefited because of that. It is rather gonna get backfired in your case. So we say this thing that growing up my parents used to say this thing, that if you do charity from one hand, your other hand shall not know about it. So that is how, and this is the kind of mindset with which you have to do the charities and all. Second thing is that no matter what kind of betrayal, heartbreak up, or God forbid, even if you are in any of the secretive relationship, you have a secretive affair or mistress or something, never ever reveal it to anyone, not even to any close friend or something, against the Scorpio energy, otherwise it's gonna get backfired to you. This is how it is. And even if you are like successfully managing it, so that means you know the energy of the Manipura chakra, how to digest any of the toxicity of the life. So only when you are going to be getting little bit nonchalant or careless, all the attributes of the 12th house of the Scorpio which was otherwise benefiting you will start backfiring in your case. So know the healthy balance of all these kind of things, and yes, staying secretive regarding all the matters of the 12th house will become very important for you. Guys, we say this thing that whenever in the transit, because see, this is like whether you look at the ocean, the waves in the ocean, and we all get affected because of the cosmos, because of the planetary vibration only. So when we come across like people who have got mental health issue and we are subjected to scams or random attack by people with mental health problems, and suddenly they randomly affect or attack people and this and that. So all of that generally happens, like we are vulnerable if that energy is falling in our 8th house or the 12th house. So yes, because it is happening in your 12th house. So yes, maintaining, staying secretive about it, and being respectful towards your ancestors and all will become very important, or it is the right way of guarding the energies of the matters of your 12th house. Now guys, for all the Capricorn Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, the energy of the Scorpio falls in your 11th house. So guys, look at it in this way, that no matter whatever your plans are for the life, never ever reveal beforehand, like till the time they have not been successfully executed. The kind of people you are socializing, the kind of groups or membership you have, never ever like make a big spectacle of it, or never flaunt too much about it. Along with that guys, because Scorpio is like energy over where we say that going in a ethical way might not benefit you that much. The more you are going to be like cutting corners or opting for every mean possible for your success, the energy of the Scorpio somehow comes alive. Like the way guys, the energy of the Scorpio is not only connected with the planet Mars, it is connected with the Ketu, it is connected with the Indra Dev as well, like for celebration and something. So that means if you know the god like Indra, the king amongst the gods, like you have to read our like Hindu scriptures and all, you will get to know that he used to ensure that his throne shall be maintained. And even if we used to find any threat on the account of any like saint who's doing some penance, and he like, there's obvious case that the sadhu or the saint is not gonna ask his throne, but he used to get insecure and he used to opt everything which is possible just to safeguard his interest. So that's what the Scorpio energy in the 11th house is demanding you. I keep on coming across like lot many people who are like big shot realtors, big shot like business people and all, and they say this thing that okay, we are expanding our operations in this region and over there in this country, yeah, you need to bribe in order to get the license and something. I guess this is what the Scorpio is asking out of you. Now guys, for all the like Aquarians, so guys, in your case, the Scorpio energy falls in your 10th house. So yes, your stress area in the life is going to be the matters of your career, the undertaking of your professional outcome and something. So to begin with guys, never ever like beat your chest in front of everyone. Like, like you might do that with this mindset that people are gonna give you guidance, but rather you will end up either being ridiculed or being judged or being backstabbed. So that is the very first advice which I want to give it to you. Along with that guys, whatever big plans you have, never ever reveal it beforehand, because you never know what kind of evil eye you're gonna get. Along with that guys, just because in your case there's a strong possibility, because for the Aquarians, even the Mercury has got a rulership over their 5th house and their like 8th house. So your mind is researchful. Along with that, planet Jupiter, it has also got a rulership over your like 11th house and the 2nd house. And I guess that is the only reason the Aquarians are very charitable, they are very researchful. That is what we get to know from their planetary alignments. So yes guys, in your case, I only have one advice to give, that being very secretive regarding your professional goals. This is what your stress area is. If life wants to hurt you, if life wants to pinch you, it will pinch you in the area and department of your image, of your career. So be as protective and as secretive about it. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces natives, so guys, in your case, it is going to be influencing the matters of your 9th house. Now again guys, it becomes very important. Sometimes like for that purpose only, you need to follow like the red book, like Lal Kitab, which lot many Vedic astrologers also follow. Like sometimes even in order for like certain people to do the bhakti and the devotion, it becomes very important. For example, if your moon is debilitated in the 9th house, being a Pisces Lagna, your moon is debilitated in the 9th house, and now moon represents the time of the night, moon represents the all the white things. So after the sunset, if you are drinking milk or you are buying too much gifts for your mother, your debilitated moon is getting activated in the 9th house. It is like downturning the prospects of your luck, which might in itself be creating a hindrance and all. So yes guys, you have to be cautious, you have to be careful, and you have to be secretive in the department of the travels, the pilgrimage, whatever upayas, whatever things you are doing, in order to strengthen or fortify your luck. But always do that in secrecy, because this is what the alignment is, and this is how the Scorpio energy will come alive in your favor. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For furthermore updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.